Hey everyone, Dan here. I just wanted to extend a massive thank you to everyone who's contributed to Project Possum so far. I think we're up to over $16,000 and it's phenomenal. The reason I'm so hoarse is because the entire team was out last night celebrating, singing and just going crazy. We just can't believe just how many of you are behind us. So thank you and please keep it up. Now, obviously, since the announcement, there's been a lot of feedback, there's been plenty of comments, there's been loads of questions that have come through from Facebook, from Twitter, from the Indiegogo page, from all the stories that so many people across the media have run for us, like Eurogamer and CVG and all all the fan sites. I mean, again, thank you so much for that phenomenal support too. So what I thought I'd do with this video is just take the opportunity to cover off some of the frequently asked questions that appear to have cropped up from all those avenues.
Hey Dan, here's some questions for you.
Thanks, Ash.
Yay! So the one thing that we didn't mention is who gets to see the pilot.
Everyone gets to see the pilot, of course.
So it's not just the people who paid?
No, everyone gets to see the pilot, whether you've contributed or not. But that's the point. You know, we really want to build a lot of support for this, and not everyone can afford to contribute. That's fine. The whole point of the pilot isn't, you know, yes, we're going to shop it around to various people and see if they're interested in commissioning it. But, you know, what's the point of all these people putting the money in and then we don't actually show anyone the finished product? That would be ridiculous. So yes, we are going to share this online and for everyone to see. And obviously, it'd be great to get your support once it's produced to really send the message home to the people we're trying to sell it to.
But the people who have contributed get to see it first.
Of course. So there are perks. You get to see it first. Not only that, but I think what we're going to try and do is once we've filmed sections of it, we might even share those as well, or give you the opportunity to vote on ideas for sections that we've come up with and which ones you think have legs or which ones you think are a bit lame. You know, just to really kind of keep you involved throughout the whole creative process.
Next question. A lot of people have voiced concerns that we are being too TV focused.
Yes.
Is it just going to be a TV show or is there an online component?
No, refer to part 3 of the manifesto, which is the show never ends. So we also say in the video, we've got this idea of pitching a show to TV channels, but we're also as likely to pitch it to kind of online channels as well. And so we kind of perceive the show itself to be more of a hub. And this money isn't just going into developing that hub, it's going into all the spokes as well. So you've got this show, which is kind of the foundation, the anchor, if you will, of what the show is. And then things that we refer to in the show or activities that we want you to get involved in or events, that all kind of stems from that show. But we want to go into all those aspects in much more depth than would be possible within a 25-minute show. We realise that gaming is such a multifaceted beast that it'd be impossible to really encapsulate it all into that kind of format. So it's really to kind of act as the anchor, and then people can go off and discuss things and do things and read things and watch other things. You know, we want there to be just so much for people to get involved in. So yeah, don't get too hung up on the whole TV angle of it. It's more to do with making a great show and a great kind of world that exists around that.
Next question. Now that we've hit our target and we're over, why should people keep contributing? What are we doing now?
Well, we've emphasised already that the $10,000 target was quite modest, and that was deliberately so. You know, we had no idea who was going to put money into the project. For all we know, we could have put it up and everyone was like, I'm not going to pay for that. So I think it paid to keep the target low, but that's not to say that now we've hit that, we can do everything we've dreamed of doing. It means that we can put some money into equipment, getting websites developed, all that kind of stuff. But the more you put in, the better the equipment we can get. The higher the production values of the show, the more that we can do with this kind of hub spoke concept, and the more we can do to reward you for your generosity as well. So we've been discussing, and this is purely for the fans of Inside Xbox, so apologies if this means nothing to you, but there was a character that we introduced called the Mantler. And people always said, why don't you do a movie? We always had like little snippets from, you know, supposed movies or shows or something. So we figured, well, why don't we use this cool gear that we can now afford, or hopefully afford soon, to actually go to town and do a 5-minute Mantler short. So let's say we get to 20K. Let's say that right now, okay. If we get to 20K, we will commit to producing a 5-minute Mantler short, and we will try to go as crazy with it in terms of explosions, and if we get a decent enough camera, we could start doing 120 FPS slow motion, feet to the face, and mushed up, all the stuff that we were kind of hinting at in the cheesy little interstitials we did in the Nexus. We'd really like to go down and just do something really overboard with it. So yeah.
Right. Next question. Tell everyone about Homework and the awesome podcast that we will make.
Okay, so yes, we're aware that we've got a month of raising cash for Project Possum. That after that, I think we've committed to maybe 3 months to actually getting a really solid concept together and getting the show together.
We haven't written that down, so that's it. 3 months, yes?
I think we're going to say 3 months.
3
Yeah.
months.
So say from July, we're going to set ourselves a goal, a deadline, 3 months from that date, which is I think the 13th of July. So what's that? 13th of September. Let's say 13th of September. Subject to change. Caveats.
TBC.
TBC. Yeah. TBD. But during that, we obviously still want to keep you entertained and we still want to keep you involved. So we came up with this concept of a show called Homework. And if you are on the Explosive Alan Facebook page, you should hopefully already be aware of what the concept is. But if you're not, first go to facebook.com/Explosive Alan Productions, like it, and then just keep checking it every day because it's brilliant. Secondly, Homework is, as it sounds, we set tasks, or you set tasks for us to complete. So each episode, we have to play one game, we have to watch one movie, and then we have to achieve a third challenge, which you set and we decide based on how humiliating it is and expensive to perform. And that's really it. So if you're on the page, we will tell you what the theme of the next episode is. You come forward with your ideas for the game or the movie or the challenge or all three. It can be anything as well, by the way. It doesn't have to be a brand new game. It can be something completely retro, something really obscure. We'll do our best to get hold of it one way or another so that we can achieve it. That's a challenge within itself. And then once we've chosen the three, we'll tell you what those three things are as well. And then we'll throw it back to you. You've got to go and do that homework as well. And then once you've gone and done it, you don't have to do all 3 bits. We're not going to be too prescriptive. You can do any one of the 3 if you want. Come back to us with the feedback, and we'll try and incorporate your feedback and your comments into the show as well.
Cool. Next question.
Next, Ash.
Yay. Some people have asked if the Wall of Friends is just a virtual thing, or is it going to be a real thing? What is the Wall of Friends?
Well, it's certainly not a real one. We're not going to construct a wall and put plaques on it. I think somebody also said, is it figurative? Like, is it just an idea? No, it's going to be. We are working on an Explosive Alan website right now, which is where, as well as being on YouTube, we'll host episodes of Homework and all the other video projects that we do for our publisher friends and anyone else that recruits us to do video work for them. And on that site, we will have a page which will be there as long as we are, basically, which will list everyone who's contributed at a certain level, and we'll break it up into the levels that you see on the Indiegogo page and color code it, whatever, accordingly. But it'll be just a nice kind of virtual digital monument to the support that you've given us. And yes, your names will be there. And if you've put your money in, we've got a record of all your names, so we know who's put the cash in, and thank you again. But if you want a gamer tag instead, or an alias, or a nickname, drop us a line, let us know, and we'll do what we can to accommodate that. And if you don't, we're going to come up with nicknames for you anyway.
Next question. A lot of people have been asking if you're going to replace some of the tiers, because some of them have finished and they want to contribute.
Replace my tiers.
Such as the Platinum perk is now finished. So is the Unobtainium.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It's very weird that we're having to hopefully add new tiers to keep up with demand. I mean, weirdly, Platinum, that was 8, I think, all gone. Because basically we ran out of headsets. Unobtainium, all gone. Crazy. And Diamond, really unpopular. Why is the one? Is it because you don't get dinner with us? I don't know. Maybe if we added, if you donate to the $500 tier, that you have dinner with us, but it's not a swanky restaurant. You basically go to Nando's with us or something. It's far more affordable.
Mackie D's.
Okay, Mackie D's. Whatever. Maybe you choose. But yeah, if we can source more cool stuff, I mean that's the main reason those tiers were limited, is because when it entered into the realms of having to give physical hardware away and things, we only had so much that we had kind of to hand. So if there are publishers there watching right now, or anybody else who can supply us with cool extra stuff, consoles, accessories, peripherals, anything like that, if you can commit to providing that, then we can commit to generating additional perks for those higher tiers. So if there are people there and they have actually got in touch, I'm not being presumptuous, who've said I still want to donate my $250, whatever, then please get in touch. We'll make something happen, and we'll get those tiers added as soon as we can commit to providing more cool hardware for you guys. Is that it?
That's it.
Awesome. Keep it up. Thank you again. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but look, when you're like us and you've basically been spending your day just refreshing the Indiegogo page and just watching that number rise at the speed it has to have hit the target. I think, where were we? On Upper Street in Islington.
Yeah.
Checking on the way to the karaoke. Have we hit the 10K? Have we hit the 10K? And I think it was 6 hours after we put it live that we hit that target, and it's just mind-blowing. We are utterly overwhelmed. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. But don't stop. Don't feel that now we've hit that's the end of it. Keep it coming. We'll do what we can to add those tiers. We'll do what we can to keep rewarding you for your support. So stay tuned for more updates. But for now, thank you and goodbye.